I was absolutely obsessed with Crossfire as a teenager. So, Crossfire was this show in the 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s, where they had a political debate show. So it was Carville and Paul Begala on the left, Robert Novak, and Tucker Carlson, a young Tucker Carlson on the right. Look at the issues of the day, you would get both sides, and then you can make up your mind. That was supposed to be the gist of the show. And then infamously, there was a Jon Stewart appearance where it's kind of hard to explain. I'm trying to edit this down so that the video's short. It's in network television. It's very milquetoast. It's very there's no surprises. Everything is scripted. That this appearance by Jon Stewart was like really awkward to watch because he was there to stir up the pot. So I think at the time it was lauded as like he dunked on him. This thing went viral before there was viral, and everybody was applauding Jon Stewart for telling him how it is. I didn't see it that way. I remember watching it at the time, and I mean, I guess I was kind of offended because I was such a fan of the show. So him going on the show and talking shit about the host and the format was indirectly talking shit about me because I was a fan of the show. So this always stuck with me. It's popped up a couple times since, where like Ezra Klein interviewed Jon Stewart. I'll try to play that. He played some of the clips for Jon Stewart. Also, I saw it, I think, on Breaking Points, but I can't remember. I couldn't find it. But really the whole point of this video is that I actually feel a little validated because the debate show has proven to be important and successful. I think Breaking Points is a good example of that. And yeah, so I'm trying to just edit together a quick, get it down to 8 or 9 minutes here, but let's see how I did.
Please, no,
yeah,
Ezra,
sorry.
This is not.
You've done a lot
fun.
You've done a lot to deserve this. There's karma. You do this to other people.
You have listeners.
Has this not happened to you?
No.
Really?
People don't. No.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's happening now.
I've not had a "This Is Your Life" like this, where you play things. My wife, after Crossfire, and this was before everything became viral and things like that. Like that really hadn't happened at that point. This was a long time ago. My wife called me, not texted me on my iPhone, like none of that shit existed. She called me and said, "Don't you ever do something like that again."
Why?
And I tried.
Well, I'm going to play first what you did,
No,
and then we
boy.
can talk about it. Sorry, you can cover your ears.
I'm not. I'm here to confront you.
Welcome back to Crossfire. As both of our loyal viewers, of course, know, our show is all about left versus white, black versus white, paper versus plastic, Red Sox against the Yankees. That's why every day we have two guests with their own unique perspective on the news. But today, Crossfire is very different. We have just one guest. He's either the funniest smart guy on TV or the smartest funny man. We'll find out which in a minute. But he's certainly an Emmy Award winner, the host of Comedy Central's Daily Show, and the co-author of the new mega bestseller, America the Book, A Citizen's Guide to Inaction, at your bookstores everywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Crossfire, Jon Stewart.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's very kind of you to say. Now what? Can I say something very quickly? Why do we have to fight? The two of you, can't we just say something nice about John Kerry right now?
I like John. I care about John Kerry.
And something about President Bush.
He'll be unemployed soon. I failed the
See, I made the effort anyway.
No, actually, I knew Bush in Texas a little bit, and truth is, he's actually a great guy. He's not a very good president, but he's actually a very good person. I don't think you should have to hate to oppose somebody, but it makes it easier.
Why do you argue? The two of you? I hate to see it.
We enjoy it.
Let me ask you a question.
Wait, let me ask you a question first.
All right.
Is John Kerry really the best? I mean, I think, John Kerry's not a terrible guy.
Is he the best?
Like,
I thought Lincoln was good.
Is he the best the Democrats can do?
Is he the best the Democrats can do?
this year.
I'd always thought in a democracy, and again, I don't know, I've only lived in this country, that there's a process, what they call them, primaries.
Right.
And they don't always go with the best, but they go with whoever won. So is he the best? According to the process.
Right, but
shows with titles such as Crossfire, or Hardball, or I'm gonna kick your ass, or we'll jump on it. In many ways, it's funny, and I made a special effort to come on the show today because I have privately amongst my friends and also in occasional newspapers and television shows mentioned this show as being bad. And I felt that wasn't fair, and I should come here and tell you that it's not so much that it's bad as it's hurting America. So I wanted to come here today and say, here's just what I wanted to tell you guys.
Yeah.
Stop. Stop hurting America.
Okay, now
and come work for us, because we, as the people.
How do you pay?
The people, not well.
Better than CNN, I'm sure.
But you can sleep at night. See, the thing is, we need your help. Right now you're helping the politicians and the corporations, and we're left out there to mow our lawns.
You just said we're too rough on them when they make mistakes.
No, you're not too rough on them. You're part of their strategies. You're partisan, what do you call it, hacks.
Wait, John, let me tell you something valuable that I think we do that I'd like to see you do.
Something valuable?
Yeah, no, it's
I
nice
would like to hear it.
And I'll tell you, when politicians come on, it's nice to get them to try and answer the question. And in order to do that, we try and ask them pointed questions. I want to contrast our questions with some questions you asked John Kerry.
If you want to compare your show to a comedy show, you're more than welcome to.
Here's the point.
If that's your goal,
no, it's not.
I wouldn't aim for us. I'd aim for Seinfeld.
Here's the problem.
That's a very good show.
Kerry won't come on this show. He will come on your show. Let me suggest why he wants to.
Well, we have civilized discourse.
Well, here's an example of civilized discourse. Here are three of the questions you asked John Kerry.
Yeah.
You have a chance to interview the Democratic nominee. You ask him questions such as, quote, how are you holding up? Is it hard not to take the attacks personally?
Yeah.
Have you ever flip-flopped, et cetera, et cetera?
Yeah.
Didn't you feel like you got the chance to interview the guy? Why not ask him a real question instead of just suck up to him?
Yeah, how are you holding up is a real suck-up. And I actually was giving him a hot stone massage.
It sounded that way.
As we were doing it.
It did.
You know, it's interesting to hear you talk about
I felt the
my
sparks
responsibility to the, I didn't realize that, and maybe this explains quite a bit.
No, the opportunity.
Is that the news organizations look to Comedy Central for their cues on integrity. So what I would suggest is, when you talk about you're holding politicians' feet to the fire, I think that's disingenuous. I think you're...
How are you holding up? I mean, come on.
No. I don't. But my role isn't. I don't think.
You can ask him a real question, don't you think? Instead of saying,
I don't think I have to. By the way, I also asked him, were you in Cambodia? But I didn't really care, because I don't care, because I think it's stupid. Well, but my point is this: if your idea of confronting me is that I don't ask hard-hitting enough news questions, we're in bad shape, fellas.
We're here to love you, not confront you.
No. But what I'm saying is this. I'm not. I'm here to confront you because we need help from the media, and they're hurting us. And it's the idea is...
If the indictment... Let me get this straight. If the indictment is... if the indictment is, and I have seen you say this, that Crossfire reduces everything, as I said in the intro, to left, right, black, white.
Yes.
Well, it's because, see, we're a debate show. It's like saying the Weather Channel
that'd be great.
to a storm front.
I would love to see a debate show.
In a 24-hour day where we have each side on as best we can get them.
No. That would be great.
And have them fight it out.
To do a debate would be great, but that's like saying pro wrestling is a show about athletic
I'm
competition.
Sorry. I think you're a good comedian. I think your lectures are boring. Let me ask you. Let me ask you a question on the news.
No, this is theater. I mean, it's obvious.
No,
how old are you?
35.
And you wear a bow tie.
Yeah, I do. I do.
So this is.
No, I know.
So this
You're
is
right.
theater.
No, let me just go. No, come on.
And listen, I'm not suggesting that you're not a smart guy, because those are not easy to tie. But the thing is that you're doing theater when you should be doing debate, which would be great.
No, it's
not honest. What you do is not honest. What you do is partisan hackery. And I'll tell you why I know
John Kerry
it.
on your show, and you sniff his throne, and you're accusing us of partisan hackery?
Absolutely.
You've got to be kidding, man.
You're on CNN.
Say,
The show that leads into me is puppets making crank phone calls. What is wrong with you?
Well, I'm just saying, there's no reason for you, when you have this marvelous opportunity not to be the guy's butt boy, to go ahead and be his butt boy.
Yes,
It's embarrassing.
I was absolutely his butt boy. I was so far. You would not believe what he ate 2 weeks ago. You know, the interesting thing that I have is you have a responsibility to the public discourse, and you fail
need to get a job at a journalism
miserably.
school, I think.
You need to go to one. The thing that I want to say is, when you have people on for just knee-jerk, reactionary talk.
Wait, I thought you were going to be funny. Come on, be funny.
No, I'm not going to be your monkey. Go ahead. I watch your show every day, and it kills me.
I can tell you love it.
It's so painful to watch. You know, because we need what you do. This is such a great opportunity you have here to actually get politicians
really Jon
off
Stewart?
of their marketing
anyway?
and strategy. Yeah, it's someone who watches your show and cannot take it anymore. I just can't.
What's it like to have dinner with you? It must be excruciating. Do you like lecture people like this? Or do you come over to their house and sit and lecture them? And, you know, they're not doing the right thing, that they're missing their opportunities, evading their responsibilities?
If I think they are.
Ugh. I wouldn't want to eat with you, man. That's horrible.
I know, and you won't. But the thing I want to get to...
We did promise naked pictures of the Supreme Court.
Yeah, we did.
No.
Let's get to those.
Why
Which are in this book,
Why
which is a
can't we
very
just
funny
talk?
book.
Please, I beg of you guys.
I think you watch too
Understand-
much Crossfire. We're going to take a quick break.
No. Look,
No, hold on,
please.
Joe. We've got commercials. Hold on.
Please.
Next, Jon
Please
Stewart
stop.
in the rapid fire.
Please
Hopefully
stop.
he'll be here. We hope. We think. Welcome back to Crossfire. We're talking to Jon Stewart, who was just lecturing us on our moral inferiority. John, you're bumming us out. Tell us, what do you think of the Bill O'Reilly vibrator story?
No.
I'm sorry? I don't.
Oh, okay.
What do you think?
Let me change the subject then.
Where's your moral outrage on this?
I don't have any.
I know.
Which candidate is supposed to provide it?
We look at the absurdity of this system provides us the most material, and that is best served by sort of the theater of it all, you know, which, by the way, thank you both, because it's been helpful.
But if Kerry...
Actually doing honest debate and all that. But after the debates, where do you guys head to right afterwards?
The men's room.
Right after that.
Right, home.
Spin Alley.
Home?
No, Spin Alley.
What are you talking about? I mean, at these debates?
Yeah, you go to Spin Alley, the place called Spin Alley. Now, don't you think that for people watching at home, that's kind of a drag? That you're literally walking to a place called Deception Lane? Like, it's Spin Alley. It's don't you see, that's the issue I'm trying to talk to you guys.
I actually believe, I had a lot of friends who worked for President Bush. I went to college with
Neither
some
of us was ever in the spin room, actually.
No, I did. I went to Larry King's show. They actually believe what they're saying. They want to persuade you. That's what they're trying to do by spinning. But I don't doubt for a minute these people who work for President Bush, who I disagree with and everything, they believe that stuff, John. This is not
Here's
a
what I
lie
think.
or deception at all.
I think they believe
in him.
I think they believe.
Just like I believe in my guys.
I think they believe President Bush would do a better job, and I believe the Kerry guys believe President Kerry would do a better job. But what I believe is they're not making honest arguments. So what they're doing is, in their mind, the ends justify the means.
I hate to
not at all.
I do think you're more fun on your show. Just my opinion.
But
Okay,
just-
Jon Stewart goes
You know what's
one-on-one with
interesting,
his
though?
fans.
You're as
and
big
see
a
if he
dick
can
on your
answer the
show as you are on any show.
Now you're getting into it. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll be right back.
Eastern.
Renee from Texas. Why do you think it's hard or difficult or impossible for politicians to answer a straight, simple question?
I don't think it's hard. I just think that nobody holds their feet to the fire to do it, so they don't have to. They get to come on, you know, shows that don't.
Were they too easy on them?
Yeah.
Not
Ask
easy.
them how you holding
You
up and
began
stuff
by
like
saying
that.
we were too hard on people and too difficult or contentious. And
I think you're, yeah.
All right, Jon Stewart, come back soon.
Jon Stewart, good of you to join us. Thank you very much. The book is America, A Citizen's Guide to Democracy in Action. From the left, I am Paul Begala. That's it for Crossfire.
And from the right, I'm Tucker Carlson. Have a great weekend. See you Monday. Oh, that went great.
Left, right, up, down, sideways, all over. They will be
genuinely sympathetic to a lot of explanations so long as they are not at the establishment center. And I think that's very hard for people.
What does that mean?
As long as you are not part of the general bipartisan consensus, the neoliberal hegemony, for lack of a better term, how most people have thought about politics who are in, government or positions of the ruling elite. If you're giving them a counter narrative from either the right or the left, a lot of people will listen to both and they'll find points of truth. I think a great example of this is Breaking Points, the news show.
I love Crystal.
Crystal and Sagar are fantastic.
Yep.
And them having a crossover audience should not exist, and yet it does. Yeah, and it's not just a niche slice of the pie. This is a top 10 politics podcast.
All right, to try to put a bow on this, I don't know if you'll really be able to understand how wild it was for Jon Stewart to do this. But that's here nor there. Jon Stewart didn't make any arguments. He went on there being a dick. That solves anything. That just helps his already inflated ego. He went on this show. You could tell Tucker and Paul were being earnest at the beginning. They were like, oh, they know he's going to make some jokes at us. We're here to take a little roast. And then John's like, no, you guys are bad. You're hurting America. What you do is bullshit. And then they kind of got it like halfway through, like, oh, this isn't a joke. He's making a point, but he didn't have a point. He didn't use any arguments, had no superior comedic talents. Main argument is that the system is flawed. Okay, I don't think there's anybody that disagrees with the mainstream media in a large sense being theater and being wrong. I mean, I know Fox News got sued. I think they had to claim that they're not journalists, that it's entertainment. So yeah, I get it. The whole system is fucked, right? All of mainstream media. I mean, this is before we had kind of like a term, mainstream media. There was just media. Now, that's not completely true. There was alternative media, but why did he pick Crossfire and not a bigger show? He picked Crossfire specifically because of the debate. He started off his rants with, why do we argue? Why must you argue? Say something nice about the other side. So there was something about Crossfire that he felt like he needed to make a point that this is uniquely a bad part of the media ecosystem. And the only thing that sets Crossfire apart from the other shows is they had a left and a right perspective. Intentionally partisan. You're going to get both extremes. We're not trying to do the unbiased nuance thing here. You get that. You supposedly get that everywhere in the media. I think there's a lot of debate whether anybody can be unbiased. Bill O'Reilly used to say he's unbiased. I think he says that he was a registered Democrat most of his life. He didn't register as a Republican until his 40s or something. Fox News itself poses itself as fair and balanced. We know that for the most part that is really tough to do. I like hearing both sides. And I even like hearing some of the more partisan. I guess this is the main disagreement. Is there any value from hearing somebody's partisan takes? Or do you need to just find singularly unique individual that doesn't have any biases and gives you that perfect take? If you find that person, put them in front of a camera, because I think we all have our baggage. And so I guess just to try to wrap this up, Stewart picked Crossfire because he specifically thought that the debate format, not debating, but that these two partisan pundits giving their extreme takes, not giving their, like, it's almost like he thinks it's not good faith. They're just essentially lying to make their side win. If they are, then they get called out on it. And if you can't call them out on their lies, then, get good. Figure out a way to do it better. Because people be lying. So, figure it out. And I think Crossfire did a great job of that. And now it feels like with Breaking Points and other shows, debate is king. If anything, I could make a whole video about this, but some critiques of Breaking Points is, even as a leftist, I sometimes think Emily and Sagar kind of get bodied. I feel like I love it when Sagar is really going back and forth with Crystal. Sagar's got his like don't fuck with me issues, like immigration, drug legalization, social norms, like wearing suits and all. The main one is immigration. I love hearing. I'm not saying I'm particularly swayed by his arguments, but I know I've learned a lot. I fully feel like I can steel man right wingers' anti-immigrant arguments now because of Sagar, and I find that valuable. I don't want another side's view from my side. Listen to Richard Wolff talk shit about libs, or let's say capitalism, and then I'm going to form my opinion on liberalism or capitalism based on Richard Wolff, a known Marxist. No. I'm going to read Thomas Sowell. I'll read Basic Economics. And then I'm really going to steel man a conservative's economic position through that. I'm not going to just listen to some left-winger's caricature of the right. Does that make sense? I think that does. Anyways, I'm going to wrap this up. All right, peace.